Hey, Jeff here, and this is part 4 of how to be a motorcycle mechanic. In this video, we're going to talk about 3 important topics: tools, wages, and working with others. By now, you've got a good idea of what you need to do, and you may have even gotten yourself a position as a motorcycle mechanic. First off, let's talk about tools. When you start, you should have at least a basic set of tools that include wrenches, sockets, and screwdrivers. It's nice to have metric and standard tools as well, as you'll likely need both on a regular basis. If you're fortunate enough to work with a motorcycle mechanic who will let you borrow their tools, that's great. Obviously, ask first, put their tools back when done, and make sure you clean them as well. Understanding that this is only a short-term solution, if you have to borrow something more than a few times, just plan on buying it for yourself as soon as possible. Most shops will supply the specialty tools like pullers, presses, etc. So focus on having the main tools for yourself. There are good deals to be found if you do shop around. You could also consider buying used tools as well. A solid toolbox is nice. I like the ones with the roller drawers, but the box itself doesn't make you any money, so my advice is to avoid buying an overly expensive toolbox. Tools are an investment. You will use them to make your living, so buy the best that you can afford. Number 2, on the topic of wages, hourly, flat rate, or a combination of the two. This is where you're going to have to prove your worth. Don't expect to start at the top of the pay scale when you first start out. Be reasonable in negotiating. Find out how the shop is going to pay you first, and be sure to ask some questions. For example, what type of jobs you'll actually be performing and how many hours they expect you to bill out in a day. The motorcycle shops in my part of the world here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, pay hourly, which is nice because you are paid for all of the hours that you work. You don't feel inclined to rush through the job, and this allows you to properly focus on service and safety, which are paramount when working on motorcycles. I started at a wage that was just a little bit better than working at a fast food restaurant. For the third topic of working with others, hopefully you tend to get along well with others, as you will be working in close proximity in a tight environment, and this can test your people skills on any given day. Some co-workers will be more approachable than others. You will learn quickly in your dealings as you go. Some common sense here. Treat others as you would like to be treated. Don't interrupt them if they are busy. And don't bother them with silly questions like, hey, where's the broom? Have a look for yourself. In a busy shop, the other mechanics have their own work to do. For myself, when I started as an apprentice, I thought there was going to be more support. So be prepared. You're basically on your own, being tested from the get-go. I learned a lot by watching others, good and bad, and it really is what you make it. I will say here that it was nice working in the smaller shop where I worked one-on-one with a senior mechanic with lots of experience. He had lots of knowledge and the time to properly teach me. This helped build my confidence up very early. So that's it for episode 4. If you enjoyed this video, please take some time, click like, leave a comment. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe to my channel. Feel free to leave me a comment with any questions you have. And thanks for watching.